AI into that, into the learnings, into the curriculum, etc., so that you can make sure that our folks that are going through these programs are actually prepared for the jobs now and those of the future as well. In terms of Microsoft and Los Angeles County Economic Development Corporation, Microsoft empowers people and organizations. They create a lasting impact. They support social good, right? LA County Economic Development Corporation, our biggest thing is really driving equitable growth here across the region. LADC has been around for 40 plus years. We serve all of LA County, all 100 plus unincorporated areas, and we are very, very heavily entrenched in the type of work and the type of sectors that we're looking to grow here across the region. And so having these types of competitions, having these types of initiatives and programs, it really serves as a platform to really enhance and elevate all the wonderful innovation that's happening here in our region, right? And so that's why we're here today, is to really put some action behind a lot of the things that we say. And so without further ado, what we will now do is actually get into the pitch competition. And so what I would like to do, because our wonderful judges are already here at the front, I'm just going to shortly read their bios because we got some amazing judges that will be judging the pitches here today. So first, we have Cassie Rouser. So Cassie, please please raise your hand. Dr. Cassie Rouser is a climate and sustainability strategist who works at the intersection of science, policy, and community to co-create implementable solutions for a livable and equitable world. As the Los Angeles Climate Fund advisor for CivLab, who's a great partner of ours as well, she supports place-based, community-led strategies for climate resilience across the region. Through her consulting practice, she partners with nonprofits and community-based organizations to provide strategic planning, grant development, stakeholder engagement, and climate policy expertise. Dr. Rouser received her BS in biology from Arizona State University and her PhD in ecology and evolutionary biology from UC Irvine. Please put your hands together for Our next judge is Matthew Renan. Yes, I think I got it. Is the head of investments at Sustainable Ocean Alliance. He is a marine scientist, entrepreneur, and conservation leader based in Venice, California. He also serves as the co-founder and CEO of Colossal, a nonprofit dedicated to ocean exploration and conservation, where he leads innovative expeditions such as Hunt to Film Colossal Squid in their natural habitat and champions grassroots environmental efforts. Matthew directs the Ocean Initiative at X Prize Foundation, overseeing a decade-long commitment to launch high-impact prizes aimed at fostering healthy and valued oceans. He holds a master's in marine biodiversity and conservation from UCSD and a bachelor's in environmental studies from Miami University, Ohio. Matthew's work bridges science, technology, and storytelling to inspire public engagement and policy action for ocean protection. Give your hands for Our next judge, sat on the panel with this one, Mr. Eric right here. Eric Lee is a senior vice president at Align Climate Capital, an asset manager investing in companies and real assets, driving the clean energy transition. He leads the firm's environmental, social, and governance, diligence and reporting, investment impact assessment, and investor relations. He ensures that Align integrates ESG and impacts principles across its investment strategies and portfolio management. Eric holds a BS from Cornell University and an MS in sustainable management with the concentration in sustainable finance from Columbia University. He is based here in the Los Angeles office. Please put your hands together for Eric. And then our last judge, and I'm going to try that again, Dave DiCappo. So sorry, sir. Serves as a CEO and executive director of the Alliance for Southern California Innovation. The Alliance, a nonprofit founded in 2017 to strengthen Southern California's innovation ecosystem by convening the region's top research institutions, business leaders, and world-class advisors. The Alliance works to bridge critical gaps and create the optimal conditions for breakthrough innovation to thrive. Learn more at alliancesocal.org. They actually have a pillar back in there, a stand-up along pillar back in the back as well. A serial entrepreneur for over 2 decades, Dave has spent the past 10 years as a lead investor and consultant with BioCore-RX Inc., a publicly traded healthcare solutions company pioneering treatments for alcohol and opioid addiction. He holds a Bachelor of Science and degrees in economics and political science from the University of Wisconsin and Madison. Please give your hands for Dave. So as you can see, we have some really talented and great judges that are going to be judging our panels here today. And real quick, I just want to just have you all to take out your phones and scan these QR codes. We have 3 different reports that are from our Institute of Applied Economics in partnership with other regional stakeholders. The first one is the LA County California Jobs First Regional Plan. LAEDC, as many of you know, we are the regional convener for the California Jobs First process here in LA County. And through that process, we generated this regional plan, which highlights key priority sectors and other validated information to actually provide strategies and solutions that you all should actually take heed to here in LA County. There's an abundance of information in that document, so I would encourage you to take a look at it and leverage it, because it has also been adopted by the EDA as a comprehensive economic development strategy covering all of LA County. The second report is the Book of Green Jobs report. As we talk very clearly about the clean and renewable energy space and green jobs, this actual report delves deep into that sector and identifies key jobs, occupations, other labor market information, etc. And then the last one is the Blue Economy and Climate Action Report. This is a partnership that we have in addition to Santa Monica College, Alta C, our partners here, as well as West LA College and many others, who all came together to really help craft what we wanted to see in this report. So I would actually take a look and make sure that you scan that QR code and download that report as well, because it'll give you some really in-depth information about the blue economy ecosystem here in our region, and then also climate action pathways. All right, so without further ado, let's get to the competition. And so Luella is going to come up. And Luella is an intern with the LAEDC. Thank you, Luella.
We're really excited to get started. So we're going to be going in alphabetical order. And our first contestant is Aris Hydronics. So, yeah.
And so while they get started, just a friendly reminder, please definitely encourage all of our pitch competition folks here today. Each one is going to have 5 minutes to do their pitch, and so it should be exciting. It's kind of like Shark Tank, guys, so let's get that.
Hi, I'm Helene Cornell, and I've been in the construction industry for 20 years. And I have really seen LA County fail our construction housing workforce short. After a disaster, it's not just the houses that burnt down, it's critical infrastructure such as schools, hospitals, that we need to start rebuilding LA. And I am disappointed of how we've been serving our workforce economy. They deserve better. This is about a holistic solution to house the workforce that is rebuilding the critical infrastructure. Today, I'm here representing a combination of 3 proven technologies. Aris Hydronics provides the heating and cooling for up to 10 modular structures at once, harnessing the magical power of water. We also have a combination with ThermoShade, which provides outdoor cooling structure to create a holistic, deployable community solution that can be deployed in just 1 day. We cut installation time by over 80% and build by 30% material cost. This is a fully integrated solution, and each one of these structures comes with over 100 sensors in each one of these homes that allows us to do grid stability, cycling energy off peak usage, taking energy off of the grid and putting it back into the customers and developers that need it the most. Okay, so the modular housing is a big industry. We need to build 2.5 million homes by 2030, and 1.3 million of those need to be affordable. I'm going after 5% of that market, giving us about a 910 million available serviceable market. How do we keep our costs down? We have a vertically integrated direct-to-consumer sales model. We have a warehouse here in South LA, and we control all of the supply chain with all of our permitting getting expedited within our in-site construction. We also are able to deploy most of the permitting in-house, which means that we have less time getting this out into the field, into the community that needs it right away, cutting the costs down exponentially. These are collapsible and deployable, and we have 3 different revenue streams. We have direct sales, and we have a lease to own, as well as a subscription service that we're calling Thermal as a Service. This is a very advanced monitoring system that is preventative and adaptive, that gives you warning when emergencies are on the way, which allows you to precondition your space into what we call resiliency mode, which is taking energy off of the grid and going into like a cooling mode and being able to save energy that way. We have proven pilots and community impact and real interest from over 30 million LOIs, developers and government agencies. We have about 3 million in non-dilutive capital, and we have about 10 pilots that are deployed to date. This is our team. I'm Helene Cornell from Aris Hydronics. I come from the construction industry, and I've been constantly disappointed with how complicated and fragmented construction is, especially in HVAC. My mom is a contractor. She handed me a sledgehammer when I was like 13 years old, which is probably against a lot of child labor laws. But we invented a solution for the world's first affordable housing, multifamily building decarbonization. We're flown to the Capitol to build a working prototype for the Department of Energy, and that's where I met Remo Holmes. And although he might be a SpaceX scientist, he is in the affordable housing world. Fully admit I'm not a scientist, I'm a blue collar founder, but I am in there in the trenches, and I've been working with the trades for over 20 years. So I'm here today asking for your support in bringing this into the field. We believe that all homes deserve to be comfortable, livable, and safe. And let's give community the homes that they deserve in resiliency and grid utility. Thank you.
So it's great to hear from our first founder. Next we have Ground Up. So Ground Up, you want to come up? Use the clicker and then just go right. Yeah. Sorry. Well, actually 2 minutes for questions.
Yeah, that's what I actually
Judges.
thought. Yeah, I thought that.
No worries.
Hi.
Who are your ideal customers?
Sure, it would be the government agencies, developers, nonprofits, and
Like a Habitat for Humanity?
Habitat for Humanity, FEMA, if they're available.
And who have you had pilot? I actually live in Altadena,
Okay.
so this is a topic to my whole community.
No, thank you.
Who have you had pilot programs with?
Yeah, most of this has been research funded by Lawrence Berkeley Lab and Department of Energy, California Energy Commission. Hi, Eric.
Hi. Being in a space where you have a lot of supply chain that varies across various regions, like how do you manage tariff risk?
Yeah, tariffs be tariffing. So we have a lot of in-house inventory, and we manufacture all of the key components in our warehouse in South LA. So the key science is actually built here in LA. And we've kind of kept the prices down to make it not as, relying on tariffs. Yes, hi.
Thanks, great presentation. The permitting in-house, can you
Yes.
just kind of go over that a little bit? How do you?
Yeah,
make
so this is all fire coded, up to current codes. Everything has already passed codes before it even leaves the warehouse. And there's very strict, installation, and everything is all integrated in the warehouse before it even leaves. So by the time it gets to the site, the only thing we'd have to do is connect the hydronic line sets, which is a PEX pipe. And we use water, which is 3,500 times more efficient at delivering energy than air. And because there's no refrigerant inside the building envelope, we can use a general contractor or a plumber to install those line sets. Hi.
Where in Los Angeles are you?
Yeah, we're in South Central LA, our warehouse, yeah.
I mean, for your
Oh.
project.
We're not, we're getting it ready to go into the field, so we're just asking support for us to deploy this. It's in a controlled warehouse right now.
Location where you want to do it?
Wherever you guys need us. So.
All right, that is all the time we
Okay.
have for questions.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much.